Hello, this is Lourdes with Marketing Muses, and today we're going to discuss the health of your online digital presence through business listings and citations. I'm also going to introduce you to the awesome power of Yext and how to boost your digital search rankings online. So let's dive in. I'm excited to go over why partnering with Marketing Muses and Yext PowerListings is the best bet for your customers and your own business. Yext PowerListings is a must to help you stand out from the competition online. Working with us as your Yext certified partner helps you acquire more business, retain more existing customers, and help strengthen all of the other work you're doing currently. And today we're going to discuss how the Yext publishing tool optimizes your business listing and location better than any other tool or platform out there. We're also going to discuss online business listings in depth. For instance, do you happen to have a verified Google My Business listing for your business or practice? If yes, has it been optimized for both voice search, the Uber driving experience or Lyft or any GPS devices, or even mobile search? If yes, great. If not, just like the Google business listing, there's several hundred business listing directories online that your firm should be visible on. If you were to manage each and every one of these business listings, claiming and setting up the profile across hundreds of sites, it would take 50 to 100 hours just to get set up, plus all of the hours of monthly maintenance to maintain these listings. So let's review a couple of new things here in terms of digital knowledge. What is digital knowledge? It's things like NEP, which stands for name, address, or phone. The website, any public facts about your listing, your actual business listing like the Google My Biz, any citations, products, services, events, photos or bios, social media reviews. All of this is considered to be digital knowledge, or in other words, the public facts about your brand. It might even be hours of operations or anything that is live and online for customers to search through. Now, we talked about NAP, or name, address, and phone. That's really the thumbprint of your online business. Local search engines use NAP information found by crawling the web or receiving data from providers to judge the accuracy of the data in their own indexes. So consistent NAP information month over month is essential to get more citations and improve search rankings for your business, and it's critical for local customer acquisition as well. So I see hundreds of businesses that have multiple duplicates when it comes to NAP searches. So those facts start with your website. I recommend that you start by using this free scan tool that'll give you a full report on where your business listing starts, where it's at right now. And I encourage you to pause this right now. It'll make a little bit more sense if you actually go to marketingmuses.com and hit, or actually marketingmuses.com/scan. So I'll have you go ahead and take a brief minute. It'll take you just a few minutes to put in your information. It'll be your name, address, and phone. And then it'll give you a result as to where you stand on the health of your business and the amount of percentage that can be improved online. All right. So if you're back now, that's great. At a minimum, your website is literally the first place that the public facts about your business start living. Let's move on, and I hope you have your results from the scan. So I'm not sure if you knew that as of 2016, more than half of all search is now being done on mobile devices. This is a fact that came out, and it was I remember during 2016, everyone was anticipating this happening, and now we're getting closer to the 60% mark. But those facts about your business now live in a few more places. They can live on Google, they can live on Facebook, on Yelp, Apple, and over 200 places on the web. And when you add up all of these places, all of these mini websites that have contained facts about your business, they get an average of 2.7 times more views than your own website sometimes. So I really want to call the importance of all of these out. Now, and we're not talking about just those big guys that we mentioned, like Google and Yelp and Facebook. Your business lives across other niche or verticalized places as well. Sites like Vitals or LendingTree, Cars.com, Seamless, Local.com, Foursquare. There's a ton of different websites that also contain and drive traffic to your site. There's one called yasabe.com, for example, that it's a Spanish site that caters to the Spanish-speaking population. Do you know how many Spanish-speaking clients you think you might have? What's interesting is that as much as 15% or more of all searches in the US are now being done in Spanish. So, since every customer matters, you want to make sure that your business listings are optimized from the site schema as well, so that it optimizes your business listings for these types of searches, whether it might be in Spanish or even voice or other different demographics. And this is one of my favorite slides. This is the hard part about being a small business in the digital era. As you can see here, we have over 200 digital services that are considered online directories, and many of these sites are actually data aggregators that supply information to a few other hundred sites. So you can't control your customer's path to the purchase. So you have no choice but to be the best version of yourself digitally anywhere that you could possibly be found. And so your business must stand out digitally. And what that means is that it should have the same information, whether it's name, address, or phone, website, products, events, that should all be the same. But it should also be the same across multiple platforms such as mobile, GPS, regular search, voice search, map search, multiple language, and be awesome everywhere digitally. So I want to be very clear when I say that, be awesome everywhere. I'm not just talking about the name, address, and phone that we talk about, or listing management, as you might have heard other people call your Google My Business or Yelp and Facebook. We're talking about distinct brand experiences on each and every one of these sites, apps, platforms, or even devices. The Yext PowerListings platforms eliminates the need that you can't publish. It eliminates the need to have to manage each one of these individually, and it allows you to publish to over 150 sites with just a few keystrokes in Moment. So that's a big deal. The other thing that I love about Yext is that it has a patented system, and it's called the match and lock feature. It literally locks your information in place everywhere on the web. So there's hundreds of backlinks and citations that Yext creates that brings you up higher on search engines so that clients can find your business easier and faster. Hopefully that makes sense. The other beautiful thing about Yext is that it's fully optimized for voice search as well, whether it be on devices like the Amazon Echo and Alexa, Google Home, or your Siri devices. This is important because it's estimated that in a year or two, more than half of all search will then be done by voice search commands. So we almost just reached the 60% mark on all search being done on mobile. That's going to be moving to voice search. Yext also adds your listings to all GPS devices and apps like Uber, TomTom, Apple Maps, Google Maps, and much more. It all starts with deep attributes about your business, whether it be if you have gluten-free options or there's Wi-Fi available, if you accept reservations or appointments online, or if your menu items are available as well. Anything and all information that you can actually classify your business as, different locations, whether there's different photos, all of that can be added to all of your directory data. And we're talking about rich content. So what is rich content? It's images and videos, anything that brings your business to life through any of these platforms. We're also talking about reviews. Reviews have become a critical key performance indicator for how your business is doing overall, and there's more and more users that are starting to look at reviews before making a buying decision. So we want people to make decisions about your business each and every day based on what other people are saying about you across the web. So online reviews have a huge impact on both businesses and consumers. The impact can be both positive or negative. For example, every star a business gets in their rating, their sales revenue will increase from approximately 5 to 10%. At the same time, 22% of consumers will not purchase a product after reading it just one negative review about it. So there's a lot of sources online on this. There's even a Harvard Business Review that's been done on this. So I encourage you to learn about reviews as well. And in fact, last year Google announced, or actually in 2016, Google announced that it too makes decisions about which businesses to show based on what other people are saying. So Google said that the three most important factors to rank locally are relevance, distance, and prominence. In this case, prominence is defined as the business's reputation, what their review rating is, which includes the review counts and the actual star ratings. So what Google is saying is that it's literally ranking your business in the local pack, which is this here, based on how many reviews you have and how good those reviews are. So if you don't manage your reviews, you're risking whether your business will even show up on search. And finally, all of these platforms deliver a unique user experience that you need to take advantage to maximize your customer impact, like those calls, directions, and any type of transactions that we discussed earlier. And another example is your social post on Facebook and how they allow businesses to engage with a potential customer base locally and nationally and give them up-to-date information. The other interesting feature that you get with Yext PowerListings is a one-click Uber ride booking. You can actually add an Uber button that the Yext PowerListings platforms gives you a special code, and right from your website you can have your customers actually book a ride directly. So I love this feature. I encourage for everyone to kind of use it if you are going to sign up for Yext PowerListings. And something as simple as a voice response from Siri is optimized as well through Yext PowerListings. And we'll talk more about Alexa and Google Home in just a few minutes. And the diversity of these experiences multiplied by every one of your customers that's online and all of the complex facts about your business listing. It's why having direct connections with each and every one of these platforms matter. And the platforms I'm talking, the 200 plus directories and apps and data aggregators across the web. Simply pushing basic data to aggregators is not the same as controlling your digital knowledge across the web. Now today, this is where we are. We're starting to see intelligent systems, the Internet of Things across the home, whether it's an Alexa, it's Siri, it's Google Home. These are all things that are happening right now. And there's a new trend on the horizon, the wave of intelligent systems that are making decisions about businesses for their users as well. Whether it's Google, Bing, Apple, and Amazon, they're all building intelligence agents through the magic of AI. They're making decisions about what to show customers based on the characteristics of businesses, and again, that digital knowledge that we're talking about. In fact, many of these intelligence agents are powered by voice, and there are several different agencies on the web like ComScore that say that by 2020 voice search will make up 50% of all search. So it's very important that all of these systems have the right facts about your business. Just look at how Google is answering search questions even today. We're not seeing 10 blue links anymore. We're seeing structured answers based on knowledge about your system. And they're getting started. They're just getting started, really. Soon, the facts about your business will also live in other intelligent systems or IoTs, like self-driving cars from Uber and Tesla, and really far out, crazier places like drones, sensors, VR, smart clothing, and other things that are currently in development. This concept, structured facts about your business, powering intelligent systems, getting that digital knowledge into these intelligent AI systems, will extend to people, events, menus, services, and much more. This is coming, and we're going to be here to help you make it happen and manage the future of business listings for you. So where do those facts come from? Without the PowerListings solution, each of these services has its own unique method and algorithm for compiling what it believes to be the most accurate information about your business. They consult a ton of different information and sources across the web. It could be even from government records, phone records, user-submitted content, and other types of directories. The compilation process turns your digital knowledge and business listings into something similar to March Madness. I'm not sure if you know what March Madness is, but just a tournament with a totally unpredictable outcome. So are you currently working with data aggregators to solve this problem? And when you do that, you're only sending data to a few teams in the tournament, per se, with no guarantee that the data actually makes its way all the way to the customers. So it's critical to understand how this happens every day, and sometimes even multiple times a day. So what you see here is that it's just one slice of the bracket at one point in time with data aggregators. As I've mentioned, these services are built to serve as their users the most accurate information and location data. They know their businesses aren't static. They close, rebrand, move. So unlike the March Madness example, which eventually stops, the data compilation process for your business listing and digital knowledge restarts and goes on 24/7, 365 days a year. So that's really important for you to understand. And here are some of these options that I've been talking about. All of these can be basically where this information comes from at one point in time, versus with the Yext PowerListings tool, we have control of all of this and much more at any point in time with just a couple of clicks. So with no control, the data will degrade over time, and this is a great slide. When your digital knowledge and business listings are subject to that kind of a process that we were talking before, the data that your customers see will often change or degrade over time. And that can be for a multitude of different reasons, being that one point in time scenario that I showed you on the previous slide. Here's an example of a listing that was followed for over a year. across a sample of listing sites. Now you can see that as time progresses in this example, certain data changes on certain publishers as frequently as multiple times per week. So it means that the experience a consumer could have with your business could be totally different from one site to another, with no guarantee that the information they'll see will be consistent or even correct. So I've just shown you how one business listing over a period of a year, without a stable solution, that business listing changes over time and it degrades over time across hundreds of sites. So the Yext PowerListings solution allows you total control of the public facts and digital knowledge about your business across all of the third-party places I've mentioned earlier. So let's talk about match and lock. This is the Yext feature that I discussed that is patented. It's at the core of our solution technology. It was pioneered by Yext to solve the problem of this degrading of a business listing that happens over time, just automatically over hundreds of sites. So now when we use Yext PowerListings to enter your business data and your digital knowledge through our system, the match and lock system actually automatically matches each and every corresponding listing for your business on every publisher or data aggregator in the PowerListings network. And that's huge, because what it does is it locks your data in place. You have full control of your data, and the Yext match and lock system is featured here as a footprint, because it will automatically take your footprint of your digital knowledge and push that across every single publisher, voice, application, whether it's device, whether it's platform. It will automatically lock that information in place for the time that you have on Yext PowerListings. And after it matches, it locks those listings down so that no other data source can update them. That's huge. And this technology puts your customers in control of what their customers see online. So without match and lock, other services may deliver some type of data, but via API to these third-party sites. But after that happens, that's that one-time data dump, then that data goes off into the compilation process, which is that circular graph that I showed you earlier. Think of it like creating a single team in a tournament via API. Tournament winners are chosen, stored, and published, and then the process starts all over again. Our match and lock technology through Yext PowerListings skips this entire compilation process. So there are 0 steps between updating your customers' data in our system and seeing it published to your consumers. And because that data is locked, it can't be overwritten. The tournament is effectively turned off when it comes to your customers when you use our solution. So here is another one of my favorite slides. There's enough trust in the data to turn all of these different engines and directories and data aggregators into correct digital knowledge of your business. And that's the superpower of the Yext PowerListings solution. Over 200 direct data integrations with sites, maps, apps, and digital services all around the world, across verticals, languages, voice technologies, Internet of Things, and geographies. Also, duplicate suppression. This is huge. If you have duplicates, that's a huge problem. We also make sure that the records we're updating are the only ones visible to the end consumers. Have you ever tried to check in somewhere on Facebook and notice that there was one or more record for that location? That's because people sometimes create rogue pages for businesses, or some of this compilation process actually creates duplicates as well. So the Yext PowerListings Match and Lock solution removes all this noise and allows you to suppress any duplicates to get your customers' traffic to the right place. So that's we've seen in some examples that duplicate suppression alone can increase your online presence in Google alone by 20%. So that's a huge stat. The next up is knowledge tags. It helps your own website speak the language of intelligent services, all of those that we talked about before. These intelligent services are looking for information about your business to power rich search experiences. So where do they look? They look in the same places that your consumers do, your website. That's why it's really important to have accurate data on your website. The difference is these intelligent services don't really care about your font or colors or pictures. What they do care about is the structured data on your site. So you need to ensure that your website can speak their language. So let's talk about what that is. This is called the schema. With our knowledge tags, you can easily make sure that your website is intelligent by dynamically marking it up through the schema. Our high availability live API powers your website with data from the knowledge manager, so that any updates that you make to information like your store hours or any other data that you may change will automatically reflect on your website as well. And these are rich analytics that are automatically sent back to our platform through Knowledge Sync. So next up is reviews, and this is a really fun topic. Some people really hate it because they have a poor review or star rating, but let's remember about what I said about Google when it openly announced that ratings and reviews, or what it calls prominence, influence how your business ranks in search. So reviews are a hugely important set of public facts about your business, and our review solution allows you to unlock that power. And reviews are the new key to really starring up in search. So let's face it, bad reviews happen from time to time as well. There are really two ways to handle this, and our review solution helps you with both. First is what we call hug your haters approach. You may be helping your customers with this today. When they get a low review, respond and provide thorough customer support to make that person happy. That's the stakes that are high right now in customer service. But there's another thing that customers can do regardless of whether they respond, and that's what we call the fire up your fans approach. And it's supported with data that suggests that 70% of consumers will leave a review if they're asked. And that's really important. So most of these reviews, these customers generally won't go out of their way to leave a review simply because the business provided excellent service. But on the contrary, unhappy customers are more happy to leave a review if they feel dissatisfied. So by asking for authentic reviews from your customers on your own website, you can actively improve your public presence and your opportunity to acquire new customers. And our review generation solution lets you do both of these things. Both request authentic reviews and add to your own website, and those are considered first-party reviews, or you can also ask reviews from different sources like Facebook and Google My Business and Yelp. And through the Yext PowerListings solution, you can actually respond to these reviews right from the dashboard. So that's a huge plus. You can also see where you stand at a total, where you're getting the most reviews, whether it be from a 5-star perspective or you're getting the most reviews from Google My Business or Facebook. These are all stats that you can actually see, and these are all sites that you can leave reviews on. So this is also really important. And the last thing that we want to touch on is the analytics portion. And it's really the kind of cherry on top of the sundae effect. The analytics is so robust, and we can talk for hours about where your digital knowledge lives online and why it's important to manage your reviews, but it's how your customers are actually engaging with your business and what you can learn and what you can learn to help you improve. And that's all provided through the analytics. That's really the power that you will have with Yext PowerListings. For the first time ever, you'll have a single snapshot view of where your business lives and how it's performing everywhere online. Questions like how many people call you from Google Maps, or how many people are looking at your profile on Yelp, or how does your business appear on Bing? These are all very easy to answer through the Yext PowerListings tool. So that's the power of Yext PowerListings. I hope that you've enjoyed this brief demo of what it can do for your business. I hope you've learned about digital knowledge, and please feel free to reach out to team at Marketing Muses to help you solve your issues with business